morning loop. It starts right now.
Morning, fellas. Did yesterday convince you to stop turning your kitchen sink into a chicken sprinkler system?
Because the way Keith described that splash zone, half the nation realized their kitchen is basically a bacteria hot tub.
And just when we thought it was safe, Dumb Shit Award introduced something called solo work expectancy.
Somewhere out there, a guy updated his calendar to legs, email, mysterious personal wellness time, convinced it adds 10 years.
We laugh, but what you do alone in your kitchen or living room quietly tells the truth about your standards.
This morning is the upgrade. Fewer questionable experiments, more habits that actually extend your life. Focus and patience with people.
Grab your coffee, leave the chicken alone, keep the weird experiments off camera, and lock in for another lab session.
I was expecting to see Sterling behind Preston. Maybe just enjoying himself in the corner there, Jimmy. But that would have leaned into yesterday's conversation with Johnny and Marty. There's just Sterling delivering the news. Preston, what are you doing back there? Oh, nothing. Oh, nothing, Sterling. I'm not doing nothing. Preston, why is your arm moving up and down? Oh, nothing. I'm not doing nothing. I'm hiding it in my coat. Oh my God. Hey, you guys can join the show that's live right now. The comments are open. Keep Melissa busy because she doesn't know what else to say. After yesterday's conversations about ejaculate and today's conversations about solo work expectancy work, nicely done, Jimmy. I think she's like, what the hell am I doing? What am I talking about? What am I saying here today? And to those of you guys that are not watching the show live, you suck. Yeah, true story. You all suck. Yes, go listen to that 50-person podcast. Come get up and join our live show. It's much more better. Much more better? Yeah, what the hell English is that? Much more better. It's much more better if you come to my live show, John Petrocelli. All right, guys, let's get into some of the topics this morning. What's happening in the world? I hope you guys enjoy the news as much as I'm delivering it to you guys, because I'm telling you, pardon my language, but it's fucking tough getting interesting conversations for us these days. The world is full of so much yeah, just that no, Eastern, you don't have to go to school, dude. What do you do? Go to school? You're 52, man. Hold the freaking horses, Eastern Thames or Easton. What school are you going to, brother? Are you going to like so hey, I got all the grace for beginning again, but I'm curious, where are you going to school? Are you going to Harvard? I'm going to Harvard. Yeah. Hey, so before you go to school, I think you should head on down to get some Pepsi. Jimmy, why the hell are we buying Pepsi? Apparently Pepsi is healthy now. Jimmy.
Pepsi just dropped a prebiotic cola with 30 calories, 5 grams of sugar, 3 grams of fiber, and 0 shame. Meanwhile, Coke's still over there with fruit-flavored fiber water, and Olipop's dropping 9-gram gut bombs like it's nothing. Dietitians are saying, chill, it's extra fiber, not a miracle, especially if 1 gram of inulin already destroys your afternoon.
Les Fresno Elementary. Hey, Fresno, is that in California? Fresno. Dude, I love the fact that you get up and hey, Easton, did you subscribe to this channel, or did you do you know about this channel, or did you stumble upon this channel? I'm really curious, man. I'm enjoying having you in the feed here today, so I'm curious how you got here and what do you do? So hold on a second here. You're on a men's morning show that talks about ejaculation and solo life expectancy work, and you're making your way to an elementary school. I love you, brother. Good man. What's going on, big dog? Johnny Anderson's in the live with me now. How are you, pal?
Just trying to get my dumping schedule back on track after my travels. It's not cooperating.
Can I tell you something? So since we've been hanging out, and
you never talked about shitting so much in your life.
No, not only that, man, but I'll tell you, because the tools that I use have our transcripts, right, and have our search history. So, dude, I have never been served up with more news in my life. I've never in my entire life been served up news about movements and bowel movements and fecal matter and bacteria. And I've learned more about that, brother, than I probably have in my whole 20 years. Speaking of learning, I have something I have to talk to you about here this morning. It's about school
Well,
in a
real
few
quick,
moments.
before you switch subjects, and my
Yeah.
guess would be
Yeah.
because you've never probably spent any time with someone who is
Yes.
A, taken as many dumps per day, and
Yes.
B, use that information as a tool to get better.
No, so you know what? Remember how you told me that you were the guy eating 1,000? I'm making an exaggerative point. 1,000 grams of protein before the world was catching up to your knowledge. You're like, yeah, fuck, protein's
Yeah.
the key, man. Right?
Way,
So
according to the world, I was way overeating protein.
yes, yes. So you will be proud to know, and that's why I love the future of our show here, because and I know how much you love like the wearables and all that tech gadget shit. Send the tongue in cheek, of course. Well, so the next, and I'm talking truth here right now, but the next bastion of opportunity for much tech companies is actually the toilet. There's more and more gadgets coming out because they're recognizing what you know, and I'm being serious here right now, is that what we learn from our fecal matter. So there's more devices. So,
Unbelievable.
yeah, so cameras and sensors and so in many ways, I'm going to be spirit. It's actually it's a no-brainer, isn't it? Like seriously, put a sensor in your toilet, and yeah, I know you don't like the app thing. You look, but man, just look at your phone. You know what your results are. There's certainly value to that. There is. I cannot deny that. I know you can't. You go old school, but dude, there's certainly value in that, isn't there? Because you look every day and you learn, don't you? You know, don't you? So I'm being serious.
Well, I mean, especially when you're. I mean, now. You know, my travel schedule is pretty minimal, but when I was moving around a lot, changing time zones, countries, and foods, it's like, I mean, I would
constantly,
like, at that point, I mean, I'm really learning. Like sometimes I would show up somewhere, like I would go to very often I'd get to Japan. It would be unbelievable how fast I would be passing shit through.
No kidding.
Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. No kidding. No kidding. Before we continue back in the conversation desk, I got a little bit of like a personal rant, personal observation, just thinking about how I'm going to observe it. So I was hanging
all
out
this taking a dump is making me want to take another dump, but I'm going to have to hold it because my parents-in-law are in the guest house and I'm not going up to the main house. It's fucking cold out there. So I'm going to pinch this for the love of you, my brother.
What do you call your father-in-law? You call him by his first name?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's his name?
Dan.
Hey, Dan, can I Dan, get out of there. Dan, I got to get in there. So just quickly, I just got to get this off my chest. So hanging on. So I've made this observation over the last couple of times, but it came to fruit a couple of days ago. So hanging out with Piper, and she's like, I was like, yeah, you get some homework. She goes, yeah, I got a test. And we're like, oh, what's the test on? She goes, a map. I'm like, what? So Petra, you can hear this one. So I'm considering making a call to our Minister of Education to have a serious conversation. I can't understand, and I'm being really serious right now, my 16-year-old, who on one hand is going to get her driver's license and moving towards adulthood in life, is being taught how to color a map and label a map where Los Angeles is. Johnny.
I can tell you what, dude. He might not even know this, but I'll tell you what's happening.
Yeah.
They're feeding us full a whole bunch of information that keeps us in the position we're in. Let's just pretend. Let's just pretend you had some teacher that said, hey, let's talk math that really matters. Right? Let's talk numbers that really matter.
Yeah.
Okay. These numbers right here, if you figured out how to alter these, will change the rest of your life. The three biggest expenses that you're ever going to have.
Yeah.
Let's just call it two, make it even more simple. Taxes and interest. If you can figure out a way to not get completely bludgeoned by these, you'll have a different life.
Well, that or maybe teach somebody how to read it.
Let's talk about algebra instead, because you're going to use that. That's going to change your life.
Oh, dude, I'm with you, man. Or it's this. Let's teach somebody how to read a P&L statement. As if it's your own P&L statement. Like, I'm serious. Like, let's talk about tools we would use. And I'm not talking about having to break down the P&L of fucking Microsoft. Maybe your personal P&L statement, what's coming in, what's going out, right? Coloring a map. And here's the thing. It's private school that I'm fucking paying for. So I'm paying this school to teach my child to fucking color a map. I'm actually gonna. I want to have a legitimate conversation with my local MLA, my parliament person, and just ask the question: why is the curriculum in 2025 include a 16-year-old coloring a map the hour before she goes to get her driver's license? Something just doesn't add up for me. Now I'm obviously creating some hyperbole and some excitement around it, but the logic doesn't connect the dots for me in 2025. That's all.
Well, I mean, yes, it's private, but how influenced is the private school? How
It's funny because you're bang on. I was laughing with Piper. Dad, you could tell I was getting angsty. You know how our daughters are like, Dad. I was like, no, I know it's not your teacher's fault. I know it's the curriculum.
Yeah, Dad, don't go make a fucking mess of the school again.
Yeah. So
the principal's name might be the same as Uncle so-and-so from the funny farm, but it isn't like it when you try to hold a scrotum.
Dude, I was the guy years ago, true story, when I was taking Piper to dance, and we'd be sitting in the parking lot, and a bunch of fucking morons would pull in and park in the handicap or disabled spot. And they'd sit there because they're fucking lazy and they're fat. And what they're doing is they pull up to the fucking lazy spot with their fat ass and their fat kid, and they sit there and wonder, oh, what am I doing? I'm like, what the fuck, man? So I went to some people, I'm like, doom. Oh, I'm just dropping my kid off. Yeah, well, my mom can't walk, so you're taking her spot. They look at me like, huh? Come on, people. Like that drives me nuts, man. When you're too lazy yourself, so you're gonna go take from somebody else. I'm telling you.
I know it's people don't think of much outside themselves in many cases,
No, not at all.
That genuine courtesy of another human being in many cases is totally overlooked. Hey, quick side note. I was thinking about this yesterday.
Yes.
And it racked my brain and I just couldn't come up with it. What was the name of the gentleman at the funny farm that you guys picked up and kind of brought in?
Oh, Bimbo.
Gimbo?
Bimbo. B-I-M-B-O. Bimbo. Yeah, Bimbo. Okay. Yeah. His real name was Mike, but
I keep calling your uncle. We need to have whoever's nuts you're holding has got to have a name.
We gotta call him.
If you're telling a story, your stories have to get better. It just can't be your uncle forever.
I love that you're thinking about my Bimbo.
Yeah, see, I love it. Even my Bimbo. I love it. Tell me you didn't hold his scrotum a few times.
No, Well, maybe when I put the
you can't even answer it. The no should have been the first words out of your mouth. No. He can't even do it. It's like when you say to your kid, "Did you eat the ice cream? Yes or no?" And they're like, "But Dad, did you?" I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ! Maybe just fucking fess up to it.
Oh, Anderson. Maybe when we get the frogs down his pants, we might have brushed across the scrotum. I don't know. Oh my God, so funny, man. Hey, how was your day yesterday, man? It was a day back in a normal routine for you because you've been on the road. How did it feel? I know you have in-laws in, but how did the day feel? Was it pretty good?
Yeah, I had a really, really highly productive day.
Oh, nice. Yeah, tell me about it.
Oh shit. So I had my training session, which was good. I experimented with kind of going back to making sure it was what I started when I did my every other day.
Yeah.
And it was a great session. And the funny thing was, is I felt very similar in terms of my muscles were worked. I could tell that they were fatigued and tired. I felt the way I wanted to feel, but I didn't feel just overall fucking worked. Like I was just wanted to sit down.
Oh yeah. So
I, it true to me, this is one of the things I have to manage about myself. I put all these different rules and regulations and safeguards and skipping days into making sure I don't overdo something. And then I just fit more into the time allotted that I've created to not overdo something. And so ultimately my every other day got polluted by by my behavior pattern of just because it's like a boa constrictor.
Well, you know what?
Well, I'll just do this, just do this. And then after 6 or 7 do this, it's like, dude, you're just fucking doing what you did every day, but you're doing it in fucking half the time, which just makes this fucking worse.
So hold on, Jimmy. Hold on before you run the clip. It's so fun to hear you admit that because we talk on the show all the time about these kind of things, these self-sabotaging behaviors that add up and happened to me last night. I was going to bed at 8:00 and I was like, I'm going to do one more thing. And then,
Mhm.
and then 1 more things later, I'm sending a text to the team, and whatever it was 9:40, going, okay, I gotta go to bed now. I'm
shit.
fucking running late. But it was that self-sabotaging. One more thing,
Dude.
one more thing, one more thing. And I polluted my 60 minutes, became 97 extra minutes. Like, what the fuck did I just do? So you know what I mean? It's funny how that happens, hey pal?
Well, and the thing about it is yeah, I guess the thing that I enjoy about our little stories about this is
Yeah.
that we're managing, doing too much or trying to be productive as to
Yes.
where it took us a while. Like
Yes.
it didn't always have this thing where I was doing too much. I had to create the habits and the frameworks and the mental fortitude to be able to do too much at anything I do. That the true now the discipline is for me to do the right amount because I'll always end up doing too much.
So that it's interesting to hear you say that, because I was that's kind of how I wrapped my brain around before I went to bed last night, which was reminding myself that I need to do the right amount, not too much, not too little. And I hate to, it's like I was talking to myself, because I was frustrated that I contribute to a self-sabotaging behavior, because I saw it happening too. I was like, hey, just one more. Right. And so here's the thing. I had such a great, so here, you'll be proud of me with this though. I had a really awesome day. And instead of chasing dopamine hits with food, I chased dopamine hits with another task list. That was kind of like my trade-off, right? Maybe you can relate to that.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So it was like, okay, instead of getting myself a piece of whatever, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go fucking back to work, put my head down, get something done, get something done, get something done. So I didn't eat. My
Yeah.
self-sabotage behavior was the sacrifice of sleep. So that's kind of was for me.
Well, it's when you say that because when you say that actually just kind of rings in my head all of a sudden.
Yeah.
When I plan my day, when I write
Yeah.
everything out,
Yes.
what I'm really doing, as you said, that has kind of hit me like the light bulb went off. I'm basically planning my hits,
Yes.
and
Yes.
if
It's
I don't
exactly.
have enough in there, I'm gonna
Yes.
find some shit that's not gonna be productive to get them.
Yes. Yeah, 100%, man. That's exactly it. Yeah, and that's how my day was. We ended our show into a production meeting, and then I was literally in back to back to back to back meetings until hung out with Cheryl Whitaker. She says hello. She says Keith, I have not stopped thinking about that show with you and John. She goes, I really enjoyed you guys. Really admired John. Loved you guys. And then she's like, I did a couple podcasts since your show, and she goes, you guys ruined me. She goes, they were boring and they were lame. She says, when can I come hang out with you boys? I'm like, hey, anytime. So we had a wonderful conversation, and she's awesome, man. Her attitude is exceptional. Eh? She's 60 and just getting after it. And she's like, I did not expect to be on your show, and I did not expect to. She goes, you and John really changed my mind on a few things that I was thinking about. It was really fun. It was a fun conversation with her yesterday. So.
And right there, there couldn't be a better compliment because it's what we're here to do.
That's you know what she gave me goosebumps and almost brought mist to my eyes. I said, sure, that's awesome, because exactly what we're trying to do. And I said, when I saw your picture, and I said immediately when I saw you were bald, I knew that you and Anderson were going to connect, because there's some humor there. But it was awesome. It was a great show. We're going to get her back here in the coming days here. Hey, so I know you're so don't comment on this because we got a clip coming up here. But I know you're a big proponent of eating and food being a wonderful social connection experience. Well, there's some research that's telling us that eating alone is slowly killing men. Jimmy.
New research says older adults who always New research says older adults who always eat alone aren't just lonely, they're losing more weight and strength and independence faster. When people eat alone, the data says fruits, vegetables, and protein quietly disappear. Researchers are now saying doctors shouldn't just ask what older patients eat, but who they're eating with.
Oh, this might be a tip for you, actually, and I'm serious, that when you're working with your clients, it might be just a natural question to ask one of your gentlemen, who you hanging out with, who you eating, because it might be not a natural thing they would share. And we know, and so much joy that comes out of eating with somebody, right?
Well,
So
I think that the follows a different train. I think this is more of a symptom.
Okay.
Of are you living or are you dying?
Yeah. Oh, that's exactly it. 100%.
And these are people that are dying. They're not
Yes.
living.
Yes. Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair observation for sure.
I mean, it's like a lot of in so many cases, these things that are brought to the table are bang on, as they say in the UK.
Yes.
But it's a symptom.
Yes. Speaking of symptoms, so I have been seeing some of this in my feeds lately. And I was eager to have this conversation with you because you are an expert in it. We are going to talk about GLPs, but I got an opener here that's talking about how GLP users are losing so much of their lean muscle mass. Jimmy, run this clip, and I want to have a conversation with John about it. Jimmy? All right, so looks like there's some challenges on the return.
It's like I just thought of an analogy I was going to come up with when we came back, and we're back.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
just a quick clip, Jim.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was very cool, very fast. It'd be like saying, a new breed of gun users are killing themselves more than ever before. Well, it's because they're fucking pointing it at themselves.
Yes. But what I want to understand though is that there is, so because I'm hearing some conflicting stuff, and I think you'd be the one who could answer this for me without confliction. I'm hearing that people that are on these weight loss drugs, are losing lean muscle mass as much as they're losing weight, and as a result, they get the sarcopenic obesity or skinny fat. Totally. Is that happening, John? That's true.
Well, fuck, if you don't eat, that's what's going to happen.
So I'm trying to simplify, but that's really what it comes down to, because you're not eating.
It's a tool that makes, it's a tool that makes you either lose your appetite altogether or want to eat, or, just not, it's easier not to eat the wrong shit. There's a number of ways it can affect you. But the question is, are you using the tool properly?
Yes.
Anytime I'm advising someone with this.
Yes.
The last thing that I'm going to say, and I'll say, if you don't agree to this, I will not help you. Okay, what is it? You must eat on the clock.
Yeah.
No, not just eat.
On the clock. Yeah,
I get you. Clock.
Yeah.
Because your stomach used to be your alarm clock. It's not going to fucking sound off anymore.
Yeah.
You need to have an external alarm telling you it's time. I don't give a shit if you just eat a single fucking egg. But you have to eat. If you don't eat on the clock, I will not proceed with you.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it's like saying, Keith, yes, I'll show you how to shoot this gun. But then if you don't agree not to point it at your face and look down the barrel, I will not help you. Agreed or not?
Yeah. This is going to probably drive you nuts, what I'm going to tell you next. It drives me nuts, because here's how our consumer packaged
symptoms.
But our consumer packaged goods industry jumps all over this, right? So now you got all these CPG companies that are going, oh, okay.
What's so I guess, sorry,
consumer packaged goods companies, like the big Nest, like the big packaging, like the big food companies, like the big Pepsis, the Nestle's, the Procter and Gamble's of the world, the Pepsis. So they're all jumping onto this train and increasing protein and increasing vitamins, and all their labeling is now targeting you as a GLP user. Eat more of our boxed crap because you're not getting, and it drives me nuts because there's no education on go to the natural foods. It's no, it's okay to eat the Raisin Bran with the extra 35 grams of protein. And then it's just a fucking vicious cycle of.
But it's not even a very usable 35 grams either.
No, but you know what I mean, though. I'm just, it's just because now we're going to see all these. Listen, what did you and I grow up with? 2 scoops of raisins and a bucket of Kellogg's Raisin Bran, and fucking all of a sudden the food industry is that's what you got to eat.
It's called taking advantage of a situation.
100%. Yes.
Actually trying to,
yes,
fill a gap to help the situation.
Well, dude, you missed the clip here earlier, but Pepsi's adding prebiotics to their Pepsi. Yeah, I'm going to go have a Pepsi so I can go to fucking prebiotic in it. Like, fuck, man.
Well, the interesting part is that once they do that, I'm sure there's going to be some sort of study on, is it really what it's supposed to be? Or is
yes.
I did a video on this.
Yeah.
A store. I went and grabbed, I can't remember the label, but they're all fucking the same. The
100%. Yes.
Peanut butter.
Yes.
It was Jiffy or Skippy or whatever these fucking things.
Yes.
It said high protein. And then next to it was not a high protein. Well, the high protein was more expensive, clearly. Probably more than 25%. I don't remember exactly. I flipped it over and look. I mean, fuck. The increase of protein was probably not even 10%. Maybe. Okay, let's call it 10. Let's be generous. It's okay. Peanut butter is a fucking fat source.
Yes.
Not a fucking protein source. But it's like, okay, yeah, increase protein. Oh yeah, I'm getting my protein. I'm having high protein peanut butter. Man, people, it's like if we had a conversation about not running headline to headline.
Yeah.
Headline that gets your attention that says, oh, this is interesting. Now
Yeah.
I need to do some research.
Yeah.
That's what a
Yeah.
headline is.
Yes.
Well, so the all of the shit that we're seeing, they're just headlines to get people to dive in to buy more products.
100%. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Hey, so I got one more title, then you sneak out of here and go do your movement if that's what you got to do. We got a fun story, man. You dropped mitochondria yesterday on the show as part of a conversation, but Emma Mazenga, 92. Jimmy, you got that clip? Let's tee this clip. No go? All right. We got a 92-year-old lady who ran, where's my notes here? So get this, man. We got a 92-year-old woman, Johnny. So talk about never actually, just life getting after, man. 92-year-old sprinter. She has mitochondria of a 20-year-old. So she's been breaking world records, like 200-meter sprints, a 50-second outdoor sprint. And she's like, researchers found her body aging far more slowly than expected. And she has just been, tests show her cardiorespiratory fitness resembles somebody in her 50s. Her muscle mitochondria function looks like she's in her 20s. And she trains about an hour a day, walks her neighborhood, shops on foot, balanced diet. Like there's an example of just living life. Like honest to God, man.
What all we are is cells.
Yes.
Every piece of us is a cell.
Yes.
And every cell has basically a mitochondria, which is basically the motor.
Yeah.
Think about it. We got billions of motors. And if our motors are all fucked up, we're all fucked up.
Yes. Yes.
That's
yes.
simple.
Yeah.
Let's just say that we all were born with, 100 horsepower mitochondria. And let's just pretend that we're all programmed to live to be 100. And every year we lose, a horsepower. At 80, you're fucking living off 20% of your horsepower.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like a really overly simplified way to look at it, because that's not that simple by any means, but at least gives people an understanding that if when was the last time we were taught to, hey, we got to take care of let's make sure we look after our cellular health.
We don't talk about it. Nobody talks about it. No,
of course not.
It's not talked about, right? It's but she's a good example of actively living.
It's taking things to a different level.
Yes. Actively living though, not waiting around to die. She's like, no, I'm going to keep running. I'm going to keep walking. And she enjoys her glass of wine. I would be the one judgment call it. I'd say, hey, young lady, stop your glass of wine. Maybe you'll go faster.
Well, it's crazy. It's if you're doing everything right.
Yeah.
Putting in the bits of enjoyment.
Yes.
That are very
100%.
overly managed. Let's call it overly managed.
Yes.
These things, it's putting in that glass of wine, eating a fucking box of wheat thins with it.
Yes. That's her joy, her glass of wine, right? They sit back with her friends probably and having her glass of wine, and that's her joy. And how can one judge and get all over that? Speaking of judging, I love how Red Bull does crazy things. We got an epic spot. Jimmy, let's run this epic spot, man, to have some fun here before we wrap up the morning loop and get into some deeper conversations here. Jimmy, let's run this one.
Welcome to Epic Spot, where we rate the internet's craziest clips.
If your palms sweat, it belongs here.
Today's epic spot is a dude in a magic carpet wingsuit stepping off a mountain.
All right, let's watch the clip.
This is crazy shit, Johnny. Could you imagine doing this?
He just walked off a cliff like it was a sidewalk. You get dizzy on your office swivel chair, this guy is different. This is not dumb shit award, this is trained, calculated crazy.
Yeah, this is what happens when skill meets terror and a decent life insurance policy. Send us your most epic clips, not your emergency room auditions.
If it beats magic carpet base jumping, we owe you a shout out.
I'm having a brain fart. My man with the sweatsuit on. What's his name?
Who, one of our hosts there, who's Sterling and Preston?
No, the guys that were just talking, the Chunker and the guy
Oh,
with the
Frankie and Tommy.
yeah.
Chunker.
What's the sweatsuit dude's name? I forgot. They went on a hiatus so long. I forgot their
That's
names.
yeah, that's Tommy. That's Tommy's in the yeah, Tommy. That's Chunky Tommy over there. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, who's the dude in the sweatsuit?
Oh, that's Frankie. That's Frankie. Yeah.
Frankie.
Yeah.
Frankie's looking a little pale. Is he
Yes.
okay?
I think he needs some food in his body. He's been stuck on
Let's
the
say, fuck, man. Has he
he's
been
been
stranded
stuck.
on a goddamn island?
He's still
Chunker's been eating all their stuff.
We got to get them back to North America. They're stuck on an island out there. So.
Pale and losing weight.
That's
Jesus,
it.
like fuck, he looks like he's got chemo like
Oh
me.
my God, that's funny. Hey, do you know who Julius Maddox is? You must know Julius Maddox, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I had him on my podcast.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we at one point we were sponsored by the same nutrition company.
Okay. Well, yesterday we talked the Tom Stoltman story. I found one interesting today that I threw on the table for us. So here's what I want to ask you. Do you want to stick away? Do you want to sneak away for a quick little break and then we'll come back and get into this one? Or what do you want to do?
If I sneak away, it's not going to be a quick little break. I got to go up to the main house. So,
well, you tell me. So, but I'm okay on my own here too to kick it off here. So I want to make sure you're comfortable.
I've pinched it hard enough. It chased it away for a little.
Okay,
while.
there you go. Hey, Sophia, let's start the conversation with the Julia Maddox redemption story from dope to 800 pounds this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends.
Some redemption stories end with a quiet apology. This one ends with a man chasing 800 pounds on the bench. Before the world records,